If you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
On January the 6th,
I hear boom, 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 boom on my door. And I jump into my bathroom. Whoever was trying to get inside got into my office. And then I just start to hear these yells of, "Where is she? Where is she?" I hide behind my door like this, like I'm here.
A group broke into the speaker's private office.
And the bathroom door starts going like this. Like the bathroom door's behind me, or rather in front of me, and I'm like this, and the door hinges right here. And I just hear, "Where is she? Where is she?" And this was the moment where I thought everything was over.
when members of Congress like New York Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez were targeted, along with Mike Pence and other prominent Republicans, those who were involved simply did one thing. As more details come out from an attempt to overthrow democracy, a handful of Republican lawmakers consented. They loved the idea, as the domestic terrorists even named Ted Cruz as a voice of support for their insurrection. Now we cast a shadow on one disgraced Republican who only resided in the state he represents because, well, he was there for a limited amount of time coaching Auburn, and that shell of a man is Tommy Tuberville. When TextWire CEO Daniel Beck posted this video naming prominent Republican leaders that met with insurrectionists just one day prior, it started raising questions, as it should. One of those men is disgraced Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville, who Beck name-dropped in another post. And yet there was another post that mentioned Tuberville directly being in the room. Now, to his credit, Tuberville claims he was not there. He is certainly one for excuses. For example, when Marjorie Taylor Greene did her usual wacky racist stuff, Tuberville tried this.
Tommy Tuberville tells CNN he doesn't know anything about the Congresswoman because the bad weather kept him from reading the news. Yes, that's right.
So while he can try to deny, the proof is in the pudding. While the anti-patriots flex their muscle for how little they care of law and order on January 6th, Trump and his attorney, Rudy Giuliani, both mistakenly called Republican Senator Mike Lee of Utah while trying to call Tuberville, according to multiple news accounts. And the reason we now raise questions about Tuberville is because he was in on it the whole time. Let's be clear, the new evidence that Trump spent the insurrection seeking a further delay of Biden's certification from Tommy Tuberville, who had just incited the insurrectionists alongside Trump, is further evidence that the coup attempt was the product of a criminal conspiracy. Why is Tuberville denying this? Representative Mo Brooks fell in line first. They needed a senator to object and delay. They found it in the same exact state with former disgraced college football coach Tommy Tuberville. The man has zero morals. Here's a quick story. While head coach at Texas Tech, Tuberville was recruiting young men to attend his program. At a dinner with recruits, his phone rang, he got up, took the call, and literally never returned to the dinner table, leaving the recruits there for the duration of the evening. The next morning, he accepted a job at Cincinnati. As head coach at Ole Miss, Tuberville said, "They'll have to carry me out of here in a pine box," implying his commitment to Ole Miss would last until his death. Just days later, Tuberville likely was carried out of Oxford, Mississippi in one of Auburn's luxurious private jets, swept from the cow fields of northern Miss to the plains of central Alabama, where he was introduced as the Tigers' coach in a news conference with a salary of nearly $1 million, doubling his pay at Ole Miss. Tuberville never told his players so much as goodbye. A man who has a history of involvement with at least 3 people who were later convicted of financial fraud in what were described as Ponzi schemes is just that. He is an unequivocal fraud who bought a home through a company created by a lawyer who was later convicted of running a real estate-related Ponzi scheme. After arriving in Washington, he told Alabama Daily News' Todd Stacey he planned to use his Senate office for fundraising, a crime under federal law.